The second day of November was proclaimed as International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists in General Assembly resolution. The day was chosen in commemoration of the assassination of two French journalists in Mali on 2nd day of November 2013. The resolution urged member states to implement definite measures countering the present culture of impunity. This landmark resolution condemns all attacks and violence against journalists and media workers. This year's campaign highlights the psychological trauma experienced by journalists who are victims of threats and raises awareness of the importance to investigate and prosecute these threats in order to end the impunity for those who attack media professionals. UN Secretary General, while commenting on the International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists, informed that last year 62 journalists were killed all over the world just for doing their jobs.
Last year, according to UNESCO, 62 journalists were killed just for doing their jobs.
He noted,
many lost their lives to conflict. But in recent years, the number of media workers killed while investigating corruption, trafficking and other human rights violations has risen. Almost 9 out of 10 of these killings go unpunished.
Journalists face countless other threats, ranging from kidnapping, torture and arbitrary detention to disinformation campaigns and harassment, particularly in the digital sphere. Women journalists are at particular risk of online violence. Crimes against journalists have an enormous impact on society as a whole because they prevent people from making informed decisions. When access to information is threatened, it sends a disturbing message that undermines democracy and the rule of law. International Federation of Journalists (IFJ) maintained, this important day is acknowledging that impunity remains a global concern for journalists, their families and friends across the world, and that freedom of expression and the public's right to know will never enjoy full protection until all those who are threatening, harassing, and attacking journalists are brought to justice. This year's IFJ campaign will focus in particular on Afghanistan, Kosovo, Mexico, Somalia, and Yemen, who have shown a deplorable lack of will to investigate attacks on media workers.